Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss an important long answer question. The question is, what are the functions of database administrator or administration? Database administration. This is the question. What are the functions of database administration? So maybe asking in an alternative way, that is explain the role of DBA. Explain the role of DBA, database administration. Okay, so whatever thing it should be asking like this. Okay, this is the question. Explain the role of DBA, or what are the functions of database administrations. Okay, maybe asking in between any one way. Okay, you should be give the answer. So what is the database administration? First we need to discuss what is a database administration. Database administration is nothing but database administration is a technical function that is responsible for physical database design and for dealing with the technical issues such as security enforcement, database performance, a backup and recovery, the common functions of database administrations in this available. Okay, for example, whether we are going to managing any databases, sometimes security issues happened. Okay, how to solve that security issues? Sometimes maybe it should be lost or existing data from the database system, so how can it should be recovery the data? So all those things, concept, it should be available in this database administration. So who is maintaining the database administration? Such candidate is called as a database administrator. Okay, database administrator is nothing but those who wants to develop, those who wants to maintaining the database applications or database management system. Such candidate is a database administrator. So in this different components should be available. The first one, that is analysis and routing of trouble reports. This is the first component, analysis and routing of trouble reports. Component or any should be calling, what is that? Function, first function of database administration, right? So what is this actually? A trouble reports contain a complete log, time and location of a problem. Whether we are managing the database applications, sometimes maybe issues it should be happened, that is technical issues. So where it should be happened, what are the locations and what are the problems, that is information we need to find out. Such type of information it should be comes under this analysis and routing of trouble reports. And descriptive information of the problem, these trouble reports are analyzed and are routed to the appropriate manager for disposition by DBS. And the second one, that is monitoring of hardware and software. In this, the status of all the hardware and software should be regularly monitoring, and reports of failures and consequent actions should be recorded. This forms the basis for decision on replacement or upgrading or purchase of additional software and hardware. Third point, that is a testing. Testing is nothing but it should be conducted to evaluate all new procedures, software and hardware, structural and consequency and consistency checks of the database are conducted on a regular basis. And fourth point, that is security. That is a security. It's nothing but database administrator as must perform security classifications to identify which user groups are authorized to access data in the database and what actions may be performed there is an. And computer operations should be frequently monitored to assure that these access controls are functioning in the intended ways. That should be regarding the information securities. And one more point, that is a backup and recovery. Backup and recovery. Backup and recovery. So in this concept, backup and recovery procedures should be tested regularly to assure their efficiencies in restoring the database after any kind of database failure. A disaster plan should be made and tested periodically. Sometimes we have lost some data from the database system. So how can it should be backup that data or information, okay, or recovery the data? Such information belongs to this backup and recovery from the database administration. Next, 6th point, performance evaluation. Performance evaluation. So in this, system performance is monitored by collecting statistics on transaction volume, response time, error rates, and hardware utilization. Database sizes and growth is also tracked actively. This activity logs and abnormal terminations logs are reviewed and evaluated. This is the information regarding performance evaluations. The last point, that is integrity checking. Integrity checking. So in this function, schedules are developed for testing the integrity of the data stored in the database. This is in keeping with the basic database administration's goals, maintaining the integrity, security, and availability of the data. All those things manageable in this concept, integrity checking. These are the different classifications of database administration functions available. Okay, this is an important in the final examination. Thank you for watching.